Senator Moran.
Mr. Chairman, thank you very much. Mr. Secretary, thank you for your presence this morning. Let me, while certainly the economics of our country is front and center, and particularly in light of today's announcement about a significant drop in first quarter GDP, we ought to be spending a lot of time talking about the economy and job growth. But let me take you to a topic that, in my mind, relates to your and your department's credibility. I want to ask you the Watergate kind of question about what did you know and when did you know it, related to the IRS. I grew up with Watergate in the background of my life, political influence of the way I look at things, and the 18.5-minute gap is a significant component at the downfall of a president. And I find it difficult to give credibility to the belief that these emails have disappeared by mistake, in an error, something uncontrollable. And my question is, what do you know? When did you know it? Have you asked the Commissioner of the IRS and others at the IRS independently? Let me ask it this question. Have you investigated this independently of what you've been told by the IRS? Do you have additional information to provide to us than what the Commissioner has testified to in front of the House in recent days?
Senator, Commissioner Koskinen has testified, and the IRS has presented a lengthy report to the Congress, about 10 pages, detailing what happened, and I would refer you both to the Commissioner and to that report. I think if you look at the broader issue in terms of the whole set of activities at the IRS, a year ago when we got a report from RIG saying that there was a problem in this unit, we took immediate action. We brought in an acting commissioner who I think did a lot very quickly to fix the situation, in that he brought in new managers all the way down to the program level, changed the procedures, followed every one of the IG's recommendations. I understand, I share the frustration that a broken hard drive has led to a gap in terms of what is available, but I do want to point out that what the IRS has done is extraordinary in terms of going back and trying to recreate, after a mechanical problem, as complete a record as is possible. And 70,000 emails have been provided. They've gone through the recipient emails to trace back, not just from the sender, but from the recipient. And I have no reason to believe that I have anything to add to what the Commissioner has said.
Have you analyzed this independent of what the Commissioner has said?
I mean, we have been in contact, obviously, and understand what they've done, but the IRS is managing this.
I don't mean these questions in any particular political context, but the idea, I mean, I assume you understand the nature of the IRS and what it expects of the American people, and a sense of what a double standard this is, that the IRS can't find records and yet American taxpayers are required to maintain. You also have an ongoing lawsuit in which, by the Code of Civil Procedure, are required to keep the emails. So it seems to me there's a series of problems that the IRS faces as a result of the loss of this hard drive. And it goes in a broader sense to me about the relationship between the Treasury Department and Congress in trying to establish some level of credibility as we have conversations about what the truth is. And it seems to me that this is one more example of what I find very difficult in dealing with the Department in getting answers to questions that have substance.
So, Senator, the IRS put together an analysis of what happened, and when that analysis was complete and they knew all the facts, they shared it with Congress. I think that it's fair to say that that it was their sharing that information with Congress, which is why it is known to all of us. So I think Commissioner Koskinen is one of the most outstanding public servants I've ever worked with. He's a person who spent 5 decades building a reputation on both sides of the aisle for integrity and character, and I have total confidence in him.
Mr. Secretary, thank you for your response. I have other questions and will pursue if I have additional time.
Thank you very much.